Today is about the 2020 energies, and we are literally right at the cusp of the summer solstice in 2021, the year of flowing in flow. And really, the guidance today is to do whatever is required for us, for each one of us, and each one of us really taking on and embodying the archetype that we are, representing habits, practices, nature, the way of nurturing, the way of choices that we make, that is also representative of many other humans across the planet. So, each one of us that is present here today is a representative of that and ourselves. And it is just a precursor for us to be prepared for this summer solstice. And it's a very short slipstream from the 22nd of June until the 26th of June. And it's really about anchoring in whatever upheavals that might have been stirred up as a result of the previous slipstream. This is really just anchoring us in the truth of who we are, releasing any anchors, any hooks, anything at all to stuff that has been shaken out of our system to be released. So my guidance today is to work with our circulatory system, particularly that whole plethora of red blood cells, hemoglobin, platelets, white blood corpuscles, as well as many other minerals that make up the flow of what we call as blood in our circulatory system, so that we are able to really receive the benefits, the full benefits of that which our body has been nourished and nurtured by. And for the cells that make up our circulatory system and the blood that is flowing through it, as well as the plasma that is flowing through it, to literally absorb the nutrients and the nourishment and return to their originating intent of nurture. That is the whole intention of the circulatory system, is nurturing us. It's nurturing nourishment. So you can have nourishment, and that can be really great. And nurturing nourishment has a slightly different connotation to it. I'm not really guided to go any deeper into it, other than for us to get going with the human vibe attunement. The human vibe attunement, when we are doing this work at this time, and we are focusing our attention on the 2021 energies, and particularly as we get into a space where we are preparing for the upcoming slipstream, at a cellular level, at a nanocellular level, and anything that is even more micro than that, the human vibe attunement literally weaves itself all the way through our physiology. There is such a focus on the physiology right now, because it is anything that happens to us physically is what can take us off our flow. And that's why my guidance right now is to focus on a different level of nuance, a deeper level of nuance of particularly our flow systems. So we're going to be working with our circulatory system, as well as the content of that which flows through the tubes and channels that make up our circulatory system. In particular, the red blood cells, in particular, the white blood corpuscles, as well as the platelets. And like I said, all the mineral components that make up this liquid, that the circulatory system becomes the channel for distribution. I'm also shown for us to be working with our arteries and working with the ability of our physical bodies to provide the exact level of pumping action required for the veins to pump the blood back to the heart. The arteries, the heart creates a pump for the blood to be pumped into the arteries. Our movement supports the veins to pump up the blood back into the heart. So, and sometimes, whilst we are born with this perfect rhythm that's there. And then, for some reason or the other, we don't necessarily keep it up. And our movement, starts to compromise the level of pumping action that is required for the veins to send the impure blood back to the heart for it to be purified and pumped out into the arteries. So what I'm doing today in today's session, as we go through the journey that we go through, we are bringing back the remembrance of the pace of that pumping action with every move that we make, so that we are able to literally leverage every move that we make, regardless of whatever else that may be going on with our physical body. Because this pumping action is meant to occur with even the slightest move. It's just that it becomes more and more lethargic, and we have all sorts of conditions that develop. So get yourself to be comfortable, get yourself to be seated. Seated upright is the best. Make sure that your back feels supported. I don't necessarily want you to be rested back like that, but hold yourself up if you can. Your feet are on the floor. The middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. Drop your hands on either side of you. Your palms are facing forward. Your fingers are lightly stretched. The tips of your fingers are connected to the core of the earth. The base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. They're all connected with the alloy, the cord that is an alloy of gold, silver, copper, and bronze. Bronze is presencing the divinity within you. And it's like that spark plug that sparks up your inner light. Copper is balancing the mineral composition in your body. Silver is zapping out any bacteria, fungus, viruses, parasites that no longer belong and that no longer serve you. Gold is nurturing and nourishing your nervous system, as well as clearing and cleaning out your brain cells and brain lobes. And just as you connect to this cord, you immediately start experiencing a vacuum suction experience, as if energies that may be present in your field that no longer serve you are literally being taken out of your body and released into the core of the earth. The suction is a bit stronger than it was before, than it has ever been. Even though you don't feel uncomfortable, you definitely feel the release that is taking place, because you've developed a frequency of trust. You're allowing your bodies and your field to release more. And you're all starting to plug into your inner knowing. This is directly as a result of the work we have done with the nervous system, where you've developed a sense of trust. And you've plugged into your inner knowing, knowing that you are served, you are protected, you are supported, and you are held, you belong. And that feeling, that vibe is allowing your body and your field to release out all energies that no longer serve you. We're just going to turn the volume up on this release. And this time, give permission to yourselves to release all that is no longer in service of your highest good. It could be vibrations, it could be entities, it could be infections, aches, pains, discomfort. Any particular attachments that you may hold dear, that no longer are in service of your highest good, this is the time to release them out of your field. Now you can lift your hands from either side of you, put them on top of your thighs, have your forefinger and your thumb touch each other, and imagine that the angular part of your elbows also has cords that are connecting to the core of the earth. These actually are feeder cords, and they're feeding your system. I'm particularly focused right now in reactivating the microbiome frequencies within your terrain so that your own microbiome resurfaces and can regroup and recover by recalibrating itself, and it can return to its healthy state. So through the elbows, we are feeding and nurturing those little elements that we call as microbiome that are existing in your gut. Particularly, I'm focusing right now on your small intestine. Just allowing your own inner waters in a very sharp, very piercing, laser-like movement to move through in between the villi. These are these fine hair-like structures that line up the small intestine. They do play a very important role in absorbing the nutrients that are necessary for your spleen to perform its function, to boost your immune system. The villi play a very important role in building up and boosting your immune system. They also are an important partner in the whole digestive system. We are presencing the energy of animal medicine. And the animal medicine we are bringing in is the elephant and the bear. I'm not even guided to go into describing what these two medicines are. You can look them up later on yourself. So the elephant animal medicine and the bear animal medicine is very present in our midst, deeply nourishing and nurturing us. Each one of us is held. We are held by this beautiful, beautiful, fluffy, soft, layered blanket of okayness. And this blanket is such that it feels soft and fluffy where we want that. In other parts, it's very light and thin and silk-like or satin-like. And in other parts, it is as cool and cooling as linen. And it's our blanket. Each one of us has a different collection of vibrations. It's like the American quilt, except it's a quilt made up of vibrations. And each one of us has a unique collection of quilt tiles, each tile representing the vibration that is missing and essential for ourselves. And we've introduced the presence of this American quilt type blanket of okayness so that we can enrich it, cleanse it, clean it, remove any cloudiness or fog that may exist that makes it difficult to see the pattern of each of the tiles of this blanket. Feel what it feels like being wrapped in this okayness, held so softly and gently and certainly. Feel your breath as you're breathing in and out. Breathe in and out through your nose. Just focus your attention in the region just below your nostrils. You're going to oscillate your attention. When you're breathing in, you focus your attention in your third eye. And when you're breathing out, focus your attention just beneath your nostrils. Feeling that out breath. Breathe in. And keep breathing in and out. You're breathing into your third eye. And you're breathing out, your attention is focused on the area just below your nostril. You can now focus all your attention into your heart. Now you're breathing in love, kindness, and compassion into your heart. And you're breathing out gratitude and peace. This is the point that we are bringing back the remembrance of that pumping back action, which allows impure blood to be pumped back through your veins into your heart. Take your left hand and just put it over your heart, and take your right hand and just put it over your navel. We're now going to do the 9-4-6 breath. As you're doing the 9-4-6 breath, your mind, your heart, and your gut are coming into perfect alignment. We're going to do the 9-4-6 breath. You're going to keep your hand on your heart, left hand on your heart, and your right hand just over your navel. And you're going to breathe in to the count of 9, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 6. Breathe into the count of 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just focus your attention into your heart. You're now going to repeat after me. And with every human vibe attunement that we are doing, we're going to focus our attention. This is a unified declaration of the soul being in harmony with our human form. And we are focusing our attention firstly on our spleen through the heart connection with the left hand and the connection to our sacral chakra with the right hand. We are actually bringing in balance and harmony, all of the chakras, the 13 chakras that support us, that support our well-being in a full spectrum way. Focus your attention on your spleen. And then I'm going to ask you to shift and focus your attention on your small intestine, particularly the circulatory system connection of the small intestine. Repeat after me. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. You can relax your hands, and we are going to continue doing the human vibe attunement. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I anchor the human within humanity. 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 Just focus your attention on yourself. It's as if you're looking at you. You're one with your higher self, and you're looking at you in this human form, harmonized and one with your soul presence. Allow your higher self to literally shower its blessings on your human form. in this perfect amplifying frequency of love, taking your soul presence and allowing it to expansively beam out into the planet, knowing that you are anchored in your goodness, in your truth. And as you do that, you rise to meet your higher self. And in rising to meet your higher self, that already was anchored in your human body, it's allowing you to get comfortable with the expansiveness of your presence. Feel the back of your crown being pulled up and your feet that are on the ground going closer and more firmly attached to the ground itself. You're experiencing those nano muscular stretches on either side of your spine. It is also like just releasing pressure and any cloudiness that may exist around your spleen area, ensuring that the health of your red blood cells is dramatically improved, and every new cell that is being birthed in the fullness and whole and completeness of the human vibe attunement. Just feel those amazing tubes and channels through which the blood moves through your body. It travels 12,000 miles every single day. You're feeling the pace, you're feeling its momentum, you're feeling what it feels like as it flows through your system. And then you're feeling it, you're noticing that every cell that makes up the blood, the plasma, and all that it carries with it is infused with the vibration of love, the amplifying frequency. And a remembrance is being lodged in the form of light bulbs going on, anchoring itself in its innate vibration of being human, knowing that the human form is one with your soul presence, and your soul presence knows the human form is the vessel of its fulfillment in this lifetime. Take your hands in front of your heart in a namaste. Stretch your fingers. Press down the middle of your palm and allow your fingers that are touching each other and are stretched to separate out like a flower. And now rub your palms against each other. So you feel the heat building up in the center of your palm. Just feel that heat. We are bringing in this fire element. We've been in the water element for a long time. I'm already bringing in the air element through this transmission. You are firing yourself up. You're plugged into the earth through your connection with the cords, and we're just firing you up, bringing in the wonderful ability of transmutation of the fire element whilst you are in flow. And we have already blown away the debris, and you are laser beam focused on aliveness, grounded perfectly to enable you to expand in the most expansive presence of your wholeness. Take your hands, if they're hot, Put them in the form of a cup over your eyes. Feel the heat just going into your eyes. Open your eyes, shut your eyes, open your eyes, shut your eyes, open your eyes, shut your eyes, open your eyes now. Press down the palm into your eyes. Allow that heat exchange to take place. Take your hands over the top of your crown, the back of your head, down your neck, down your shoulders, down your arms, down your body, and blow. It's a very yummy one. So the Beyond meditation is complete. If you need to be somewhere, please go ahead and do that. And if you would like to continue anchoring the words of vibrations for the post-COVID world, please do that. And I would love to read them aloud for everyone and for us to anchor them. Flowing beautifully. Thank you. So much gratitude, right? We anchor. How wonderful. Splendor. Heart. Namaste. Heart. Indeed. It's quite splendid. So just allow yourself to be. Have a wonderful weekend. All of you. Such flow and lightness. Awakening. Indeed. Alive and thankful. Some more awakening, joyful and calm. I'm just getting, grandeur, majestic, magnificence, majesty, magical, miraculous, nurturing, nourishment. Isn't that yummy, David? Nurturing, nourishment. Nourishment is good enough. And the two together is like, whoa. Release, energize, alive, gratitude, love, resolve, flourishing. Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous weekend. Thank you. See you.